I'm Cindy Harrison. We're here with Paint with Heart for a spectacular episode. We're going to be decorating 2 items for our Halloween festivities, and that's why I'm all made up like this. And I am a decorative painter. I've been painting for over 20 years. I've been published in magazines, and I teach throughout the U.S. at conventions and check and make sure I might be teaching somewhere near you. I'm also for hire if you want to get a group of women together and we can all paint beautiful projects together. And here is my lovely and talented and fabulous co-host, Miss Liz.
Hi, everybody. Well, I'm Ms. Meliz. My name is Melissa Reyes, and I live in Southern California. It's actually raining and a little spooky out today. I'm really happy to be here. I'm Cindy's co-hostess with the mostest, and I is intelligent. So I'm really happy to be here and make some fun Halloween, something spooky this way comes decorative art with you. So thanks for having me. Okay.
So I'm going to now turn the camera over. I have to take this off because I'll be in the dark all afternoon. And then my lovely eyelashes.
Oh, it has a bat on it. How cool. So jealous. Those are real bats. I need that to go with, oh no.
It doesn't work with glasses too well.
No.
But I'm going to turn the camera around, and so you'll see what I'm working on rather than me. Hold on a second. There you go. Okay, so here we are with our softball, or a 4-inch styrofoam ball that we covered with paper mache using our decoupage. And if you use the napkin formula, you'll find that it doesn't tear the tissue paper as if you use the regular formula. When you're brushing it on, it tears the tissue paper. And because the tissue paper is see-through, when you put on white tissue paper, white napkin, it becomes see-through, so whatever's behind it comes through. You can see my line drawing that I created. And I put the line drawing on the website, cindyharrisonart.com. Click here for line drawings, episode 23, something spooky this way comes, and you'll see the line drawing for that, and you'll also see the line drawing for this, our other project that we're going to do today. So this one's real easy. On Facebook, we did a pre-show of how to do this with the decoupage and the paper mache on the styrofoam ball. I painted it with some white. And now all you have to do is take some lamp black. If you have some lamp black, and I'll put a little bit in my tray here. You can take a flat brush or a liner brush, a round brush. You can take this flat or a round. I'll go with this one. And you're going to just paint that in. That's how easy this project is. So I needed to come up with one that was a little bit more involved, that shows you yet another new technique, because you know that's what I'm all about, is trying to, we have fun here, but I also want to be able to share with you something new and different that maybe you've never tried before. And that's what that's all about. So I'm just going to base coat in his eyes. And if anyone's not familiar, this is supposed to be inspired, well, it's inspired by the animation movie, Nightmare Before Christmas. And this character's name is Jack Skellington. He's the main character, and he's the brainchild of Tim Burton, I believe. Melissa can correct me if I'm wrong.
You are correct, my dear. Timothy Burton did Nightmare Before Christmas and a lot of other movies. And he's an artist. I went to see, actually, my friend Victoria, whose wedding we just went to. She and I went to see the Tim Burton exhibit at LACMA, the Los Angeles Museum of Contemporary Art.
Cool.
And it was incredible. He started drawing these characters when he was a child. We had his early drawings, and then to see them, you know, become art and become, you know, well-known characters in his movies is pretty incredible, I think.
It is incredible. My daughter would love to meet him one day and work with him in the movie.
He also did Corpse Bride and Frankenweenie and a number of other movies that are live action.
Yeah, didn't he work on Sweeney Todd or something?
Yeah, and Beetlejuice is his.
Yep.
And you can see the similarities in the characters from Beetlejuice to Jack Skellington.
Mm-hmm.
Pinstripe suit, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So the little nose holes, I'm just going to do a liner brush in 2 slots. And the same with the mouth. You just draw the mouth across. If you need to reload, you lift off, reload, and then go back a little further than where you stopped and pick back up. And I may have a little too much water in my brush, so it might bleed a little bit. Always have a little water in your brush, and it helps that paint fall off the bristles the hairs, much easier. And then you do these little stitches. So there I have my spooky face. And what's nice about using the styrofoam balls, because originally I was going to do this on a softball, but what's nice about using the styrofoam balls is you can actually make it an ornament and hang it up. So that's pretty cool. If you wanted to hang it up as an ornament. Now he is not complete yet without, let me dry him first. Oops. So one eye's a little thicker than the other, but hey, don't we all have one eye bigger than the other?
I do.
Without his clothes. And Jack Skellington wears a pinstripe, black and white pinstripe suit. So for this guy, he's going to get a black and white hat. That's what we do with the sock. Everybody was asking, what do we do with the sock? So there you go. Put that sock on his head.
That's his pinstripe suit.
That is his pinstripe suit. So when you place him on the table, you kind of wrap this around in a circle underneath him, and he sits on the table like that.
So cute.
And then he won't roll around.
And that's it?
That is it.
That's exciting.
Isn't that quick and simple? And guess what, people? You do this and you make them a snowman. And then you go to the store and you buy all these different colorful, wonderful holiday socks. And you can get furry, those fuzzy socks that have red with a white, the white brim here. And then the rest is red, like Santa hat, only they're socks. And you make him a snowman, and you can have a bunch of these different ones. They just make up great, quick, easy, and a nice gift. So
that's awesome.
See how quick that was? It's like a whole, what did I say, 5 minutes? Okay, so maybe it was 10.
Yeah, that's good. Like some of us are still painting.
And that's okay. Then I can take a breather.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us about your haunted house that you're doing at your house? Do you want to?
My kids love the holiday. And so this year that we have a dress form that they covered with white, a white coating over it. You can use a white sheet. They're using a white plastic tablecloth. And They're going to project like a movie onto it. I don't know exactly what it is quite yet. I couldn't make it out last night because it wasn't properly focused. But then we also have white sheets hanging in our windows that they're going to do some backlighting of some silhouettes of spooky, like the ghost, the bride ghost in Haunted Mansion at Walt Disney World. Something like that. And then we have 2 big cat's eyes in 2 of the windows in one room. And we're going to have 3 pumpkins outside that will have a projected face on them singing spooky Halloween songs. Animated to the songs. Fog machine. We bought a ghost that we're going to hang that glows in the dark. You're going to put a black light out there and he's going to hang from one of the trees. We have a spider web that's going to come from a tree with a glow in the dark, huge spider.
Are you going to get pictures or video of this?
Yeah, I'm going to try. And I'm going to put out some hot apple cider for the parents. And the parents really love our house. The kids, not so much. They're like, I'm not going down there. You can't make me go down there. So Shauna has to chase after them with the candy to give them candy because they're like, I'm not going down there. And
once they get bigger and grow up, do they come in?
Oh, yeah, they love it. And then my son dresses up with his wizard's cloak on, and at the end, like 5 minutes before the end of trick-or-treating, he and Shauna will run out and get some candy because they're all dressed up. Get candy. She was going to be like a mermaid meets The Walking Dead, but I think he's going to do something else now.
Does look okay?
Oh, awesome! He's beautiful. Let's spotlight him.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Look at that.
He has this big daddy in the background, but yeah, that came out cute. Oh wait, I see something.
Oh, I love your nails too.
Oh, thank you. Press on.
Oh, I didn't do that. I just got purple.
Your nails look great, gorgeous too.
So, who else has something to show me? Nothing yet?
So now
you just hold it up and I'll catch you.
Oh, lovely. My sock.
There you go. Yeah, make sure your face is dry. Where's your blow dryer?
I don't know.
Yeah, I like your purple. I like your purple eyelashes too.
Colin came back from his party and he spent the night last night and he came back this morning, and so I wanted to see pictures of him and his girlfriend because she was going to be Jasmine and he was Aladdin.
Yeah, that's right.
And we saw him when he left. He looked really cute, and I did get some pictures, but he didn't get any pictures of her. And he said that I guess she didn't get the harem pants and she was wearing a skirt, and it felt like they didn't really look like a couple. So it sounds like she's not as into it as he thought she would. They had a good time. So
that's wonderful.
The hat, can I see yours again, Cindy?
Yeah, hold on. So I have it come under his chin and above his eyes.
Oh, it's going to be a tight fit. Oh my God, it's so cute. Cindy.
Isn't it adorable?
So cute. Oh, look at that. It's adorable. I love him. I want to go make a whole bunch.
Isn't it cool?
Yes.
And like I said, if you make him into a snowman, it's even better.
I want to cut this part off and put it on my hand and it'd be like a puppet. Yeah, you know what? You could do the Santa Claus hat or sock with this same face, and it's Sandy Claus. He's also a character in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Sandy Claus. Since Roman was Santa Claus for Halloween one year and I made him the suit, he was considering being Sandy Claus when he couldn't find the jacket he wanted. But we finally found it.
But that's how quick and easy that little project is.
That was fun. Did everybody finish? I'd like to see everybody's. What do you think?
Yep, let's see. If I do gallery view, so I don't know if Sherry's painting with us, and of course her camera is a little foggy, which is kind of creepy.
No, it's kind of cool.
It is, but if she holds it up to the camera. How about Ophelia and Deborah?
Are you painting? Let's see what you got. Maybe they're just still working on the decoupage part.
Unmute them.
No? Okay.
No, I'm still trying to figure out how to wrap the.
There you go.
Oh,
just like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
I can't figure out how to wrap the darn.
Okay.
Huh.
So you have it come out the back, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna put it to his chin,
Okay.
and then you bring the other side around the other side of his to the back, and the toe part you can flip. You can flip the toe part and be underneath the bottom of him. So when you flip him back over, he sits on the toe.
Oh.
So then he looks like this when he's on the table.
Oh. Okay.
Adorable.
I'm still kind of stupid with that, but.
No, let me
Okay.
see.
Yeah, I didn't do mine as elaborate. I just kind of bunched it up and back and laid it underneath them.
I don't know.
Kinda.
If it's a smaller sock, if it's not a really long knee high, you can just take the toe and on the smaller, because mine's a really long knee sock, you can take the toe and stick it under his chin like that. Basically, you just want it so he doesn't roll around and look, too silly.
Okay, mine's looking up at you when you sit down on the floor, though.
I love it.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a striped one like that.
That's okay.
Good job.
They have a
I
bunch.
love it.
Sewing it, too. So
How about you, Ophelia? Are you making one?
no, not right now.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then.
Okay, so move on to the next one then. So I have this one. Let's see if I can. Okay. So we're going to do a faux background first before we put the pattern on. And if you have some cheesecloth, this is actually cheesecloth. And I pulled it apart and cut a piece off of it. And then I scrunch it up into a ball. We're going to take some turquoise, and I'm going to mix it a little bit with some bleached sand, or if you want to do it with white, you can do it with white as well, if you don't have any bleached sand.
Sand? I don't know if I've got the turquoise.
What is this, Indian?
Turquoise.
This is Indian turquoise.
Okay.
It's a light yet bright blue color.
Calypso.
Now with some water in my brush, but not too much, I'm going to mix the two colors together, probably a little bit more of the Indian turquoise than the bleached sand. And I'm going to wash over the entire tag, and then I'm going to blot it off with the cheesecloth. Remember the trick, always go from the inside out so you don't build up clusters of paint on the outside edge. So now that that's on there, I go with my cheesecloth and I start tapping. And what's neat about it is it starts to give it a crackled look without really being, without using crackle medium. Did you see that? And you do that till you can't lift off any more paint. If you want to wipe it, I don't like wiping it. I just want to pounce it. So I don't know if you can, if I get this close.
Uh-oh.
You see that?
Hmm.
So
Did you seal that before you did it?
I painted it with graphite
Yeah.
first, and then I put this over it, and then I took it off with the cheesecloth.
Yeah, mine's not coming off.
Did you add water to your paint?
No.
So I started by taking my wet brush full of water into my puddle and made it very soupy.
That's the part I missed.
Took it off the paper towel, the water off the paper towel, and then I put it on my piece.
Okay.
So when you're done that, you're going to take your line drawing and your graphite, and you're going to transfer that on. I would use the white transfer paper, I think will show up best. But then again, who knows? And if you have a stylus.
Here we go.
Let me see, hold on. Thank you.
That's terrible.
Isn't that cool?
It looks cool, yes. I just put a little bit of netting and it didn't do anything, so I just used a paper towel.
It just has a different look, but it's kind of neat and weather worn, crackly or something.
I'm gonna add it. Oh, fix the edges there. Look at it. It's spookier. It's way spookier than this side.
Right.
All right. That's awesome. Just do a little of this.
So I'm going to put my hat on here.
There we go.
And you can either trace the star on there, or if you have star bling, you will use that instead. And again, the trick to this is make sure before you take your fingers off of the tracing that you lift up and make sure you can see what you traced on and that you see all of the lines. And this is squiggly. It is not a smooth hat. I'm not going to trace on my wand because I have a three-dimensional thing I'm going to use. But if you need to have an idea where it goes, you can put these pieces here and that will give you a clue. So pretty much that's all I'm tracing on for now. You can see that. And we're going to base coat in our hat with graphite. Nope, sorry. Don't do that. The background was graphite. Base the hat in with sapphire. So let's see what brush I can use for that. I'm going to go into the peak with a round brush and then probably end up moving on to my flat. You don't want a lot of water in your paint because that will mean you have to put more coats of paint on there. It'll be too diluted. We're not.
Cindy, look. I drew mine on.
You are awesome.
I know. I can copy pretty much what you draw. It's so exciting.
Isn't
I
it?
wish I could draw without having to copy, but loving it. What color are we doing? What's that
That's
blue?
because you're so talented. Sapphire blue.
Oh, let's see.
If you have a
My
sapphire
April send
blue,
me this now.
if you have blue harbor. If you don't have sapphire, see if you have a blue harbor. Maybe that would work.
I've got Blue Harbor. Blue velvet. Woo.
That would be purpley, but I suppose you could use
Deep
it.
periwinkle. I want to use the blue just like you.
Blue hoo hoo. I want to be
I
like.
want to be blue, just like you. I want to talk like you, walk like you. I can't carry a tune.
I can't remember the rest of the words.
No, but I'm pleased with myself that I remembered as many as I did. Okay.
So I was thinking if I had prepared as well as I would have liked to have prepared, I wanted to have a picture of me when I was like 10 years old, dressed up for Halloween. It might be like the only picture I have of me dressed up for Halloween.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how I came across it, but my mom came across this red lace dress. And it has like a bustier type top to it because it has real bones in it. And it had satin straps, that cloth ribbon straps, and then it had the rest of the skirt was just lace that was probably 6-inch lace, just rows and rows of lace all the way around it. And I still have that dress to this day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And I took a
Does it
piece.
still fit?
No. I took a piece of cardboard and I made myself a little tiara. Because to me it was Spanish. It was a Spanish inspired, it looks Spanish dress.
Like flamenco dress.
Something. So I made a little thing for my head. And I bobby pinned it to my head, and my mom put on red lipstick. And of course, in New Hampshire, it freezes around this time of the year. So I had a thick cardigan sweater over top of it. I wore it underneath the bodice of this corset type dress. It was not very attractive. But I thought it was a cat's meow. I had something else nobody had.
That's awesome.
It was funny.
My favorite, I was just thinking about this, I think I posted it on Twitter. My favorite memory of my costumes as a child was Raggedy Ann.
Raggedy Ann?
Yeah, and my mom did my makeup like a Raggedy Ann doll. And I had a dress, and it was like hers, and the socks, and striped lace. Oh, it was fun.
Wow.
And I was Dorothy one year. I was a hobo a lot of years because we typically would forget. And of course, the story of my life, last minute. But I don't know. Then I've gotten so into my kids year after year. I don't know if I could find any pictures of me at Halloween, but I think that when you find that picture, you should add it in as the, post-production for your video. Glue all over my nails. My expensive nail job.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what happens. Acrylic nails or... So, next, I'm going to take some deep midnight blue. And this is gonna be funny because it's a side load, but it's not a side load, because I know how side loads sometimes freak people out. They do. And I'm gonna take a flat brush, like a 10 or a 12. I'm gonna use a 10. And I'm going to, it's like I really don't like that one, and I don't know why. I guess I'm gonna use this one. Okay. And remember, like when we side load, we take our water brush, tap it down to the gloss leaves, tap it on the other side to the gloss leaves, pick up on the corner of the brush. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm only going into one corner of the brush. So when I tap it down, see, it's only on one corner of the brush. And I can work it out on both sides by flipping it over, but making sure that the part that has paint on it is always touching each other. And the part that's free of paint, the clear water part, stays clear. But we're not going to be overly particular about how we do this. It's a tapping, dabbing type of motion. And I'm just I'm going to touch it and I'm going to move the brush around, touch it down, move the brush around. Can you see how I'm just doing this? I'm staying to the left edge, but I'm just not really being crazy, like it has to be perfect. If I go over the edge a little bit, so be it. And then come down into the brim. See that?
Oh.
Hold on, let me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
Yep.
not happy with the blue
Why?
because it's lighter and yours is better.
No, I think it's just a lighting. I do.
It's the same color as my eyeshadow.
I think you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, so then we're gonna go and hit this around the back side here a little bit. Dabby, 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 dabby. And let's see, where else did I put it? To separate this from the brim, I added a little bit there. Again, not perfectly smooth. It's got some bumpies. And what? If I want to bring this a little bit further down, I can do that. And then I'm going to kind of just gently tickle the surface of this color here, but it's not really, just to give that illusion. Now, if you do like the sorting hat on Harry Potter, you know how it's got lots of wrinkles? If you take your brush with the paint part towards that and you kind of swoop it in, see how you make some sorting lines? Isn't that cool? You can flip it over and you can kind of do the same over here. I wouldn't do them equally, you know, across. Do them off. Now, if you get your dome brush or a stiff pig bristle brush, we'll put some highlights on here. So And as people here know, if you need brushes, I do sell them on my website. Okay, so I'm gonna go and load up this brush. Now it's dry. Remember, do not put the brush in water. It's a dry brush. And I'm gonna swirl it around on my piece and then go over to a dry piece of paper towel and wipe most of it off. Now I'm going to follow the outline of the brim, so that's a circular motion, and bring it down to the front. So if you want to put a little here, I would just keep it really light. Don't put a lot there. And then I'm going to scratch it onto this hat, making it wider as I go down, keeping it mostly to the left of center, right of center. Try not to go over your dark areas. You can add a little bit up there. So isn't it starting to look like it's got lots of folds in the fabric?
I get, yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Don't get too thick with that highlight though. I think you're
Down at the bottom?
yeah,
Yeah.
let me look at your brim again. It looked like you maybe didn't. Yeah, you've got like a solid rim of lighter blue. You might want
What
to
do I do?
take a damp piece of paper cloth and wipe it off.
Okay.
Your brush has to have very little paint on it, extremely little paint on it, and almost to the point where it's already dried on your brush. And then you're barely tickling, scratching the surface of the piece where you have to press really hard to get any paint off. That's how little paint is on the brush. I don't know if you can see how, let me see if I can focus this. So see how it's soft on the edges? It's soft on both edges.
I might have to do it darker around again.
Okay.
It's looking so cool though. I just love it.
So wipe most of the paint off over here. Come over back to over here. You're just kind of tickling, scratching, because I end up really not having a whole lot of paint on my brush. It's like as if it's already dried on my brush before I got to my surface. So this is the wizard's hat so far. Base coated with sapphire. You shade in a very loose tapping motion down the left side, around the left side of the brim, and a little bit in that corner there of the deep midnight blue. And we just added a dry brush of Indian turquoise to our hat. I'm not cleaning my brush off. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that the bleached sand with some of that Indian turquoise mix. Again, wiping most of it off of my paper towel. And I'm just going to hit some high points and brighten that up a little bit. And now I'll wash off my brush. So how are we doing?
Fantastic.
What's yours look like? I love the top of your hat. It's so cool. Oh yeah, look at that. See, now you have a rim around your brim. You have trim around, but it's cool.
I went over it with a liner.
What brush are you using?
Right now, I'm just kind of smushing it in a little.
Okay, smushing's good, but make sure you wipe most of it off on the paper towel.
There's no paint on here.
There you go.
I'm listening.
Trying to figure out what your earrings are. Yep, see? That's beautiful.
Yeah, it really has that 3D effect.
Cool.
I like it. So right in there.
Cool. Now, Ophelia, I'll spotlight Ophelia. Are you painting the wizard? Oh, look at her hat. Cool.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I love the background.
I do too. Her background came out really cool. Awesome. Okay, let's see who else. Where'd Debbie go? Deborah, there she is. I know I had to find you on my screen. What's yours look like, honey? Oh, look at that. She's got a cool, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Great job.
Yeah, cool background, cool hat. Yep.
Got all the right colors.
Huh?
She has all the right colors.
Well, you could too if your fairy godmother was on the ball.
I know. I didn't even think that I didn't have those colors, so I went to go look for them. But you know, it's awesome. Looks good.
Okay.
Okay, fun.
No problems.
My other tag.
So yes, thank you for joining us, ladies. Even if you're not painting with us today, the replay will be on the website, cindyharrisonart.com, under Paint with Heart, and there are 22 other episodes there that you can watch at your leisure and as many times as you like. So we welcome and share with all your friends that like to paint with you or that you'd like to encourage to paint, and have them join us. So far, now what we're going to do is, if you have a pencil or a chalk pencil, or you just want to draw them on with the paintbrush, I'm going to take some moon yellow.
You got blurry on me.
I'm sorry, it's because I had it focused for, so moon yellow. I had it focused for close up. And a liner brush.
Okay, moon yellow.
And we're gonna place some moons on here. And because your hat's different every time you do it, those gather lines are gonna be in different places every time you do it. You have to make adjustments for that. So I'm going to have my moon break up in this fold over here.
You using a liner brush for this?
Yep, I'm using a liner brush. It's a letter C and then a shallower C. And where it goes into a fold, I might not paint that yellow into that fold. You see how I have it broken up?
Yes.
Because I put it in a fold. And again, every time I do it, it's going to be different because this is, and these are in different places. It's always going to be different. Do we have?
We have no concept of what a moon looks like. Mine looks like macaroni.
Well, you know.
I will keep working on it. You have well, first of all, you practiced.
Say happy Diwali to anyone who's Indian watching. It's their Christmas today. And it will be their New Year's tomorrow.
And it's a very colorful celebration.
So, before we move on to doing the highlights and shading on this, on the moons, if you have any of these, I'm going to take out the biggest one I have. And I'm going to show you how to make them colored.
There we go.
Sometimes you don't want them white and clear. So I'm going to go and take, it'll fit in there. A shallow plastic cuppy kind of dish.
I save everything, and then when I need it, I can't find it.
Well, I save all these containers from when I buy jewelry findings and everything. So
that's great.
And I'm going to snip this. Okay. Put your star in something like that, a container that's kind of shallow. And I have, remember the Adirondack ink that we used when we did our tiles?
Yes, I remember.
So when we did our tiles, we have this Adirondack ink, and this is Sunshine Yellow. I'm going to take this and drip it over our star.
Remember when I said I had a star?
Yes.
I can't find it.
Aha.
I know. I didn't lie. It doesn't mean I don't have it. But what I'm going to do is do this. I've got a square that's clear.
You have a square that's clear?
Here, I'll show you.
Hold on.
Spotlight. Okay.
Got it?
So I see the clear square.
You want a square or a circle?
Well, which do you suggest? I'll do both and see which comes out better.
So yeah, so put them in alcohol ink, color them.
Okay. I'm going to do that. Well, yours went fast. Make sure I've got the right color alcohol ink.
So they see how now it changed the color. So now it's that yellow, golden yellow color. And I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to take it out of here and then put it onto my paper towel.
Oh, I have sunshine yellow. Is that what you're using?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I also have butterscotch.
Yeah, and I thought the butterscotch would be too dark.
Look what I got, Cindy. I got this lipstick holder thinking that the little bottles of alcohol ink would fit perfectly, but they don't.
Yeah,
but
you told me that, yeah.
Beads fit.
Cool.
I don't know, I told you. I just got it yesterday.
No, I thought you told me about the lipstick holder.
Maybe I did. I tell you so much.
I know.
Holy.
I thought I would like a lipstick holder.
Yeah, you think it would be pretty awesome. What do I need? I'll use.
So let that set up. And then we can go back to our
Okay.
Move.
How long does that take to dry?
I'm gonna just let it, by the time we're done with the moons and the stick will be dry.
Okay.
Okay. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna take some bright yellow and I'm going to just go over my moons with some bright yellow to brighten them up. Bright yellow is one of those transparent colors, so of course, if you were to put it on top of your blue, it wouldn't show up. Not very well.
Got sunny day, cad yellow.
The brightest yellow you can find.
My sunshine yellow alcohol ink looks more like butterscotch than the butterscotch.
I know, but it won't when it's done.
Okay, good. So you went over that with the brighter yellow?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, guess what? I went over the line. The invisible line.
I was gonna say, Deborah, do you have any childhood trick-or-treating memories that you'd like to share with us?
Nothing that I can remember in any detail. I don't really remember any of my costumes, except most of them were always homemade by my grandmother. And yet,
Oh, that's nice.
I dress up as a ghost quite frequently.
And you stayed in your neighborhood?
Well, no, we weren't very obedient in that respect sometimes. Sometimes we went a little bit later into place, and I know we went to the one place that everybody said not to go to. And everybody was like, they were kind of strange men, and everybody said, stay away from them, stay away from them. But we decided to go there once. And then I figured out that they weren't really strange, because we always thought they were telling us to stay away from them because they thought they were pedophiles. But we went anyway, having this backup plan because we couldn't make good. We saw what they bought for candy, so we knew what they had. So when we went, I figured out the problem wasn't they were pedophiles; they were just gay.
Oh, they didn't want you near the gays.
Yeah, and everybody thought that they were really weird, and they were really very, very nice men.
They give out good candy?
Oh, yeah, they gave great candy, and we got tons of it because nobody would go to their house.
Aww.
Yeah, they turned out to be very, very nice men. They really were. Different.
So that's cool. So see, there you have a nice story, and I bet you it made them feel good that you guys went to their house because all the other kids stayed away, you know?
I think it did. I think they were very happy with that they were there. They served us all sorts of food while we were there, gave us all sorts of candy, invited us over whenever we wanted to come over and just, hang around. Or they had something in their house, and I can't remember what it was, but it was unusual.
They didn't try to turn gay. They were just nice people.
They were very nice.
I wasn't allowed to go to the Mormons because my mom was afraid my sister, who was Mormon, would make me Mormon. So I couldn't go anywhere with my sister on holidays. And every year they did a big event at the cemetery.
Oh, wow.
She and her friends really got into it. And I could never go because I wasn't allowed to go around those people. And I didn't know why. I was too young. My sister was a lot older than me. But later I realized it was because my mom was afraid that they would convert me. Okay, well, not gonna happen.
So, Ophelia, do you have any Halloween memories?
No, not really. I had 7 brothers and sisters, so all we know is we had Halloween candy up until Easter. We always used some of that Halloween candy for Easter.
That's funny.
That's a scary thought, huh?
Yeah.
So no memories of any costumes in particular, or?
No.
No. That's cool.
I know of course, you can't do that nowadays.
No.
What did you do? I remember TPing a house. Do you guys do that out where you are?
No.
Probably because it's raining and snowing and stuff. But out here, it's very common to take the toilet paper and cover people's houses with it.
That's mean.
Yep.
Nobody does that around
I
here.
was a delinquent
Oh, yeah.
child. It is mean. Most people don't like it.
I've seen cars get egged. I've seen that.
That to me, the egging is bad because that ruins your paint. We had our house was egged once
Yeah.
when the kids were
That's
in high school.
So
Oh.
let's see, we have Sherry. Do you have? Oh, I'm going to unmute you. Did you have any memories?
Not really. That's kind of strange when you said that. I tried to think back. I can't really remember, but I know when my kids got older and were trick-or-treating, if I saw any toilet paper wrapped around, I'd take it off.
While you went out with them?
Yeah. I'd bring it home.
Yeah.
Such a waste of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids, my daughter has a friend who has a very friendly little dog. Supposedly, I've not met this dog, but it's a friendly little dog that they are going to dress up with a spider costume. So there's going to be what would appear to be a giant spider running around my yard tomorrow night, and loves children. So as it's running up to the children, of course, you're just going to see the spider legs off the side, and they're going to freak out, you know?
Oh, no.
To me, that's so mean, but
That is mean.
they love that.
Talk about mean.
And now we have Melina. Do you have any Halloween stories?
I'm from Becky's from Rhode Island.
Uh-huh.
And when we were younger, we would trick or treat 2 nights in a row,
Oh,
October 30th and the 31st.
wow.
So we had candy with 5 kids in the house. There was candy up the yin yang.
Till Easter, like
Exactly. And then my brothers would hoard out the best candy for themselves.
Oh.
But anyway, I remember those 2 nights of trick-or-treating. It was so traditional.
That's amazing. So that was in Rhode Island, and it's
Yeah, and I don't know if it's still done that way.
I can't imagine 2 nights of trick or treating. I know I, as a candy giver, probably would only do 1 night, and that would be.
I know.
Well, Cindy was telling me that near her, some of the towns have the trick-or-treating in the afternoon the day before,
On
or
Sunday.
always on a Sunday. And I was thinking that, like, I would go to that next town probably that day, and then go to my own town the next day.
And they've done that. We've done that. I think. I don't know, because it depends if they have friends in the other town. But
Yeah.
no, some point in the, I think it was late 70s or 80s, that they decided that the city of Manchester would have trick-or-treating during the day because it was safer for the children. And so they do it from like 1 to 3 on Sunday afternoon. So it's not very Halloween-y, but.
No, it isn't, but it's safe.
Yeah, and we do it at night here. And they have sidewalks in the city. We don't even have dirt shoulders in our town, but yet we're all out there with flashlights and everything. So it's all good.
It's a fun night.
How we doing, everybody who's painting with me? Ophelia and Deborah and Melissa, how we?
Doing okay.
Okay, we caught up?
My moons. Do you want to
Yep,
show?
perfect. Deborah, Ophelia?
And I started a little tag, so I got another little hat.
And you got, Deborah's got her moons done.
Yep.
Yeah, and Ophelia?
Got mine done.
Okay, so then let's move along.
Yay.
Yay. So now I'm going to take some jack-o'-lantern orange. Spotlight. So if you have bright orange, I think, maybe even a tangerine, I'm not sure, but I have to play with that. I'm going to take my finer liner brush, put my round away, take my finer liner brush, and where it would be shaded, and this is again not an exact science, but it's kind of like I'm going to just add some lines. Can you, let me see if I can focus that.
Oh, there you go. Ooh.
It's not even, it's like, I'm just adding some lines.
Oh, with the orange.
I'm not doing a side load. I'm not being really particular.
And that's with like an orange?
It's actually a jack-o'-lantern orange.
You're using the one hair wonder on that?
Yeah, 1 or 2 hairs, yeah.
This one's, okay, I think I can do it this one.
Hard to see the color. It's not even. Not much of a change. Not a whole lot of a change.
Mine is.
Well, it's not on the broadcast here on the computer screen.
Now mine looks like bananas.
No, not with the orange on them. So is everyone able to find some skewers? This was a skewer, like teriyaki stick skewer.
I got my skewer.
And what you're going to do is put it on your hat. And you're going to take your pencil or pen or whatever and figure out the length that you want this to be. So if I'm going to have it there, it's going to go to here. Draw your line on it. And then I take wire snippers. I just snip it with a wire snipper. And
But can you show how you had it again? Because I don't know like how long to make it.
well, if I could find what I did with it, I would.
To the length of the hat and then turn it.
I had the line drawing. So my line drawing determined the length it would be.
Not the length of the hat.
That is too funny. There it is. So the line drawing determined. It goes a little bit above and a little bit below.
Okay, I don't have your fancy cutters.
No, it's a wire cutter.
I just cut mine.
They're not fancy. They're just wire cutters.
I don't have wire cutters.
Aha.
You know what? I used my tonic. I bent it back and forth to soften it first and then cut it through.
So now I'm going to use the moon yellow and I'm going to paint it. And I'm going to get all dirty again.
Oh my goodness, you can't get dirty.
Well, you know how I don't like getting dirty. I should wear my gloves. So put that down for a second. You can make sure you wipe over your star so that there's no excess alcohol. Yeah, that's gonna look, it's gonna look awesome. While that's drying, I know I didn't put it on the list, but if you have letters, rubber stamp letters, I have this set of rubber stamps and I can take out the letters that say magic and I can go and I'm going to take an old sponge and I'm going to dip it in the moon yellow and tap it out on my palette and then tap it onto my letter, my rubber stamp, and put it on my piece. Then we'll wash that off. And I'll do that with every letter. And you're only pouncing it to get it on the raised part. You're not pouncing it so far in that it's on the valleys of the rubber stamp. Make sense? Wash it off right away.
Okay. Magic.
Last one. So there you've got that. So while that dries, I know a lot of little things, but it's all these little things together that make it really pop. Okay. Let's go back to this guy. Now he's dry. You can either do it with your sponge or you can do it with a brush. It's just as easily done with a sponge, and you just wipe up with the bright yellow. And you could have painted it with the sponge, with the yellow, moon yellow as well. So now you got bright yellow and you have to let that set up. Wash your sponge out. And when that's dry, or while that's drying, I should say, let's go back with our round brush and some of that bright yellow and wash over our letters. Now that you have them on, well, now that I have them on there, I can do that. If you don't have rubber stamps, you can go to your computer and print out the words magic, letters, the word magic, or whatever word you want.
I just painted mine on.
Yep, you can do that too. I have yucky penmanship, so
I
I don't
actually have room for magical.
look at that.
Should I go with magical?
Yes.
Because it's magical.
Then I'm gonna take, this is dry. Let's dry that quickly.
Here.
If you have this, I don't know, number 4, I think it's a number 4 flat. Load it up with that orange value. Place it in the center of your stick and paint a stripe around the center of your stick. and then go up. What would you think would be the distance of the width of the brush, and paint another line. So we're doing stripes, if you haven't figured that out already. I know. I tell people obvious things, but you never know. Somebody might not be obvious to.
You're so funny, Cindy.
Why?
Oh, because did you go over that with a brighter yellow? I missed it. Darn
Yes, I did.
Darn it. Oh, well.
Yes, I did.
I'll have to make the stripes with brighter yellow too.
I just never know. So I like starting in the middle because then I can gauge myself up and down, and it's, I don't know. I'm just that way, I guess. So go, I'm sorry, I'm off camera. I'm sorry. Again, we're not being Miss Perfect like I'd like to be. We're just.
You're not going all the way around, are you?
I am, because you never know when you go to glue it on what side's gonna pop out. So. We should make sure it's dry before you touch it.
That's where I laugh, because you tell us, like, we're making stripes, which makes perfect sense. But then you'll say things after I've done them, like, if I'm not to touch it. Well, you know, I already did.
Yeah, and it came off, and you have to go over it a second time.
Yeah.
Blow dry that.
Boy, that Cindy is still friends with me is a miracle, because I teased the heck out of her on our trip. I just couldn't help myself.
I'm just that easy to be teased.
You started it. You started it and made it so easy. But when I saw you and your daughter and the rapport that you have, I was like, hey, she must really like me, because that's how she treats me. You and your daughter. And Alex, I'd seen you interact with Alex, but it's your family has such a great personality, so funny, and
Okay.
pay attention to each other. It's very nice to see.
So here we have the new one I just made, and here we have the other one. And if you notice, the other one is dingier and dulgier. Well, if this is too bright for you, you can go over it with a little bit of the very diluted deep midnight blue. You can darken that down and dirty it down, wipe it off. So you can make it dull it down. La, 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 la. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my magical, and I'm going to add a like a wash of the orange. Or you can even just do it from the bottom up and just do half of it. That might be cool. Just do half of it. And then I thought, to get it to actually show up more, I would put outline it with black. I don't know if you can see that, but that's kind of cool. It's backwards, huh? Is it backwards for you or just me?
It's not the word magic.
Yeah.
It's not backwards. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Okay, good. It's backwards for me on my screen.
Good thing you know what it says then, because it's just right.
So I'm going to take a little bit of the deep midnight blue and see what happens if I just outline the left side. That kind of pops the letters.
Oh yeah, look at that. It sure does.
Now we can take some handy dandy glue, if you have any. Crafter's glue. And see what side we're on. Take your Q-tip if you want and put the Q-tip, the glue on the stick here. And we're going to put that down. Hold that there for a second. And then where's our fancy star? Let's do the same with the star. Put some glue on that.
How are you feeling, Cindy?
I took some Zicam,
Oh, good.
and that usually, if I catch it early enough, will help me. But yeah, the sneezing, it's like only when I come in the house too. So I must be allergic to this house.
Yeah, that's it.
Sneezing and I've been trying to stay away from my family because they've all had runny nose, watery eyes, cough for
Seems
what,
like
a
you got
month
it
now?
now.
Because it was before I left. So
Yeah. Yeah, you were worried about being sick on the trip.
yeah. Okay. So let's see where we're at. Oh, there was another bling that I had, but I don't have it out right now. But that one there, that already came that color for the eye. So we can put that on there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now we have that glued on, right? You can take your finger I hate to do this. You take your finger and with the turquoise, and you can go over the edge with your finger and color that.
Did you go all around your letters with the midnight?
No,
blue?
no, I did not. Hold on off. Is that clear?
Oh yeah, just kind of. Figuring out how you did it.
And the next thing I'm going to do is take the graphite, which was our background color. So you can use the graphite if you want to line your letters with, or you can use the deep midnight blue. Either one will work. If you want it a little darker, just go with the graphite. You sniffling?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Well, that's what I was asking you.
So now I'm gonna go around and do stitches around here. And I'm doing it with my liner brush, and I'm just gonna
Are you using the black
graphite.
or the graphite?
The color is called graphite. Yeah.
Okay. Did you go around the letters again with the graphite too?
I did, but you don't have to. If you like, if your blue is deep enough, you were happy with the blue, keep the blue.
I'm happy with the blue. I'm just wondering if I could, yeah. I like it. Oh, I got to glue on my stick.
Yep. Glue the stick on, glue the star on.
What kind of glue did you use?
I used a glue called the Ultimate Glue. But you can use Aleene's Tacky Glue.
I don't think I have
A white Crafter's glue.
got white tacky glue.
You want one that's going to dry clear. That much you do want. So now we have line work around that. If you feel that your hat needs some popping or your star needs some popping, this is where we can go back and actually do a side load. That might make the star pop a little bit more.
I love that you have a star.
We can go with that graphite around the bottom of the hat, and that might pop that up a little bit more. See how that kind of defines the light area of that hat and helps that hat to stand out a little bit more than it would otherwise. And it's very thin. You don't want, if you know, tap on it to lighten that up if you have too much paint on there. I turn mine all around when I paint. I don't always leave it flat on the table. What?
I swear I measured my stick.
And
It still came out a little long.
that's okay.
I know, I figured it out. Just makes me laugh.
So I'll put this close up. You see my line. Again, I'm not straight. I'm not equal, even, whatever.
What else have you got? Let's see. Shadings. Looks good. Oh, I should take a picture. Hold on.
Take a picture.
I should take a picture. Oops.
So there you have it. There's our magical tag.
Your little hat really pops.
Your hat can pop too.
Well, if I had the same color blue. So here's mine.
Hold on, let me look. Spotlight you. Okay, go for it. Isn't it pretty?
My glue's still drying.
So what you can do is either add a little bit of the graphite around the highlighted area of your hat, or brighten up the highlight of your hat by adding a little bit more white or that light value to it and hitting it, dry brush hit in a few places, not everywhere, just in a few places.
That'd be awesome.
Around your wand stick. Isn't that cool? You know what you could do too? You could take your moon yellow, and if you wanted your wand to glow, you can take the liner brush. Let's see, yes, go like this. And I don't really need it, but if I wanted to, I can go like that.
Oh.
And I'm just thinking you can make it glow.
That's your moon yellow, huh?
I would always start with moon yellow because you want it to show up. So you start with the moon yellow and you put those lines there. And then when it's dry, you go over it with the bright color. And then the bright color will pop.
Yeah, that'll be nice on mine since it's not a star.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got kind of a little star.
Oh, see?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Cool. Imagine it came out awesome.
So, a few more details to do. The little bits of white.
While you do that, I'll go check out Deborah.
Okay, I couldn't find stars,
Okay.
and I forgot the ink because it wasn't on the list.
You're right. It wasn't on the list, so you didn't forget it. I just didn't mention it.
Right, and I don't own any, so I didn't have it, so my star's not. And the best I could figure out was got these diamond-shaped ones, and I figured I could make 5 stars that way. So I did.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Oh, look, cute.
And you're right, on
Oh,
camera, the
magic.
magic not look up backwards.
What? It's not backwards to me.
No, it's not magic. It's not backwards to me.
And it's not to me either when it's on the table, but when you see it on camera, it looks it.
I know that's what's confusing when I show it too. Yeah, but oh, I love that.
Around.
I love that. Do you have a way of taking a picture and putting that on Facebook?
I haven't gotten around to that yet.
You know what? Could you hold it up again and I'll take a picture?
I just think that's awesome. I love the diamonds.
All right, now hold it to the side so I see your face, not your chins underneath the
She wants to see your face too. No,
Hey,
hold it.
it's real nice.
There you go.
Okay, that's good.
That is gorgeous.
Okay, cute.
So
Okay.
yeah, I forgot to mention that that's wonderful. For people who don't have the bling, you can paint the star on just like we did the moons. Paint it with moon yellow first, then go over it with the bright yellow, and then do a shading on the, like the left side or whatever. Be consistent and with the orange, and I think that would be awesome. But you improvise, and I love what you came up with. That is awesome.
It was either do the diamonds or starfish.
Oh.
Star diamonds instead.
I think even if you had just had one diamond on there, I think that would have looked awesome too, because look at how Melissa's square came out, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I like the cluster of diamonds. That's really cool. Okay, Ophelia, how are you doing over there? Oh, look at that.
Ooh, I gotta get my camera
Oh,
up.
and she added a stars in the background too.
Oh, I like that. Okay, hold on.
Awesome.
Hold on.
I used a toothpick instead of a round toothpick.
It's perfect.
It is perfect. I thought they would be too small.
There must be a small tag.
But it looks great. I still love her background too. That's so cool. That is awesome. And well, thank you for sharing. And Melissa's got your picture, so we'll put that on Facebook as well. And then Sherry, so how are you liking the program so far?
Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. Can't wait to get started on mine.
Yeah.
And do you have a way of posting it on Facebook when you're done?
I will. I'll share it and probably be next weekend. But I've got to find some knee socks. I couldn't find any knee socks.
Oh, do you have like a Target or
No,
Walmart.
we have a Walmart. I didn't go in and look. I actually called, but Target's in Huntsville, which is about 30 miles away. So I'll find some knee socks somewhere.
but yeah,
And
well,
I'm excited.
no, I'm so happy you're enjoying it and that you're gonna do it because I love to see people when they do it, even if it's after the fact. I think it's awesome when they post it. But
And I'll try to get my camera cleaned off so you can see me next time.
yeah, that is funny how it's fuzzy, and I don't know if like it's a plastic film over it, like Melissa said, or over the camera part or whatever. But cool.
I added some fairy dust.
Okay, let's
All right.
Glamour dust.
I can see the bottom of you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you got some fairy dust?
So pretty.
Added a little glitter.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. It does look magical. That is so awesome.
Of course, most of it's on my hands. But.
Cool.
So what are we going to do next?
Next week?
Yeah. Put you back
I think we were going to,
Whoops.
you told me, but what did you tell me?
Oh, it wasn't a trick question. I just wanted to know. We're starting the ornaments, right?
I have a couple that I want to show you. This was one of them.
Yes. Hold it back a little. He's scary when he's
It's a little canvas. I put scrapbook paper on the back and a lot of glitter, some glue. And he is a styrofoam ball, half of a 2-inch, covered the same way we did our Jack with the tissue paper.
Uh-huh.
And this is a chenille and those pom-poms. Another one I haven't worked on yet, or there's two here, is a mini notebook that we can also hang as an ornament. We'll decorate that. And I have a jingle bell, and this is probably, I don't know if it's a 2 or probably a 2-inch or 3-inch jingle bell that we're gonna decorate, paint on that. So, and we're also gonna do some fabric. We'll do, we'll paint adhering fabric to wood, and then we'll paint a design on top of the fabric. I'll show you how to work with that. I think I want to do a luminary type class too between now and Christmas.
Ooh.
So you can have little luminaries to decorate your kitchen table with.
Yeah.
There's that.
A luminary.
So these eyelashes have got to go.
No.
They don't work well with the glasses, I'll tell you that much.
I know. I know.
But if anyone has any suggestions, any product that they'd like to see demoed or technique that they'd like to see demoed, then I'm definitely all open to that. You can go to the Facebook page or the website and send me an email. But it is a couple minutes of the hour. We're at the 2-hour marker, and I'm so excited that you all joined me today, joined us for this spectacular episode. Do you want to do a group shot and then
Absolutely. But for you all, you hold up both items if you can, and I'll change it to the gallery view. Oh, awesome. Let's see if I can move Ophelia up here. I can't move. All right. Whoops. There. Oh, that's good. All right. So, Ophelia, can you hold yours up? And Melina, do you have anything to hold up? That's okay. Just smile.
just smile. Ophelia?
You don't have to include me.
No, you are. You're automatically there.
Hold it up higher.
Ophelia, hold it up.
Hold it up higher.
There
Oh,
you
there
go.
we go. Okay, and I gotta get, okay. All right, oh, you see my other thing. All right. Smile. I got it then. Very good. Thank you, ladies. This was fun, Cindy.
So you want to do your...
Thank you. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming to Paint with Heart and for joining Cindy Harrison and I. I'm here in Southern California, and she's in New Hampshire, and look what we did together. It was so much fun. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, awesome.
And
So again, as she said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate this every week, seeing your beautiful smiles and beautiful paintings coming in.
put your hat back on, Cindy.
Even if you're not live with us and you're watching the replay, my leopard print. The funny.
Yes. Oh.
So yeah. So again, we are here at the Paint with Heart Studios every week, and we will be working for the upcoming weeks. We'll be working on ornaments or Christmas decorations of sorts. So I look forward to meeting you in the Zoom room in the future. Until then, always remember to paint with heart. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.